My name is Rachel Justine, and I'm 27. I'm based out of Austin, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
What do you do for a living in Austin, Texas?
My main thing is I am a spiritual coach.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
How does that go?
How does that go?
It's like therapy, or
It's not therapy. It's a hybrid between online coaching, online courses, and and also now that things are open back up, I'm doing in-person things, and it's a hybrid of like yoga, meditation, life coaching, upliftment, and essentially guiding people into feeling good and fulfillment in their life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how successful are you in this?
Not. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so do you feel good in life and all that stuff?
I do. I've had a lot of shifts in the last few years that really changed my life and made going for this my dream and my passion, and so yeah, it's a continual journey, and of course there's ups and downs.
Ups and downs. I'm curious about a down right now. Talking about passions, do you have a passion for credit card debt?
This is kind of crazy. I don't think I got my first credit card until like 2 years ago.
This was all within the last 2 years? This
Yes.
wasn't even built up. Go on.
Yeah, so I hadn't had the experience with credit cards at all. Mm-hmm. And because of the nature of my work, I didn't understand there was like different seasons of the work, and there were times of making more and then making less. So it became this.
You didn't do like market research into this industry before you decided this is what we're doing full time?
Not in the sense of like, I just saw coaches who were just constantly making, $40K months and
$40,000 a month? That'd be nice.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where the head was at. My head was at.
And how much you bring in a month?
It varies.
Average. Give me an average. Let's work with an average here. Break it down between the low months, high months. What's the average across? Just a brief pause to ask you to please consider subscribing. Look how close we are to 100,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far, and back to the video.
I would say a low month could be anywhere from 2,000-3,000.
Okay.
To an average is, I would say, 6,500.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
6,500, yeah.
That's your average? That's not your high? That's your average?
That's an average.
Okay, 6,500. Fantastic. What's the complaint about that? For how long have you been doing this full time?
I mean, in the last few years.
Okay, so a couple of years bringing personal business to pretty much $80,000 a year. People would love that. I mean, you're $5,000 over the median household income in Austin, and well above the median in the United States, and it's just you.
Yeah.
Why are we in this debt in the first place? We haven't even talked about it. We'll go into it, but why? $80,000 a year.
Why?
Well, yeah, why are you in this debt? Why'd you get into it? Why are you not out of it? What is happening?
That's a question. I mean, it's on my vision board to have all my debts be cleared. So,
Okay.
I think that's where, I didn't really understand the nature of having like a credit card. So I started making more money than I ever had in the last 2 years from this.
This when? When did that start? Making more money than
I ever have made. It started like 2020, like spring 2020. Yeah. And
credit card debt started 19, 18, 2020.
Same. Yeah. Like I didn't get my credit card until after I started making this. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. How much is in your checking account right now? I cannot see that on here. What's in your checking account?
Over 4,000.
4,000. Okay. I am happy with that. That's awesome. $4,000 in the checking. Mm-hmm. Everything in here is just mostly paying off, well, not paying off cards, but paying towards cards. And you do it in a very interesting way. We have like a mobile payment here of $60 and a Spotify subscription, then a mobile payment of $60. And then we're Venmoing out $2,100. What the heck is that? What are we doing?
That's my rent.
Your portion?
Yes. I live alone.
Oh, so that's your landlord? You pay your landlord via, okay.
Yeah.
Because that $6,500 is pre-tax, which we'll talk about that in a second. And then corporate filings, LLC. I think I understand that now with the business and stuff. So, okay. And then we're spending money at Starbucks, and we're Venmoing out the dollar. And then, again, here come the mobile payments again. We have $100. We have $60. We have $60. We have $50. We have check card, ARC My Chart, $100. Okay. I don't like that $100 went to something that you can't think of, but okay, we'll continue with a mobile payment of $50, mobile payment of $50, and GoDaddy payments website, that's starting to make more sense, and same with the Squarespace thing, and then we have mobile payment $120. Again, we're just getting all this in a ClassPass for $69. ClassPass?
Yeah, that's a workout class.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And there's just Squarespace and the Capital One mobile payment of $165 and mobile payment of $100. And then it looks like with this, there's another one with $60, but it looks like your T-Mobile bill, I have the top plan at T-Mobile, $70. I think that's the top plan, but yours is $99.49. That's making me think that phone right there is not owned. That is financed.
It is owned now.
It's owned now?
Yeah.
Like you just paid it off? Officially? Because this is $99.
Yeah, it's been, but that's just the rate. It used to be like $120 a month.
What plan are you on? Are you not on the automatic payment? Because that also brings it down by like $5. I'd look at that because you do not need to be on that plan. I promise you. I get coverage everywhere here for $70 a month, unlimited. Okay, not a plug for them, but you're spending $30 more there when you have a lot of bad debt. And again, we just have mobile payments and mobile payments, Apple subscriptions, mobile payments for years and years of pages of mobile payments. It's just brutal how often this is going on. Now, one thing I do not like, what we have here, if we have money going into Acorns right now and subscriptions for Acorns. And Acorns is great. If you don't have really bad debt, you can sign up for Acorns in the description below and get a free $5 when you put $5 in, which is great. But it doesn't make any sense for you to do this right now because you have so much debt. Thoughts? Comments? Investing in Acorns when you have all this crap debt?
So actually that one, I still have that account open. But it was like, that was one of the accounts that I had is like the reserve, like SOL. I hit a rough month or something. I need money. Like I had that. Because Acorns, you can draw.
They have a savings account option?
No, I just was using it as like an investment /savings.
Well, speaking of that, you took $800 out of it, then you took another $300 out.
Yeah, I needed all of that to come out.
Why?
Why
$6,500 a month do you need that?
I hit one of the slowdown periods.
So you're not good at saving money then. Because if we're looking at the average, that's great. But the high months, you need to have that money set aside for the slow months. You don't do that right now?
I like to think that I do, but I feel like I end up spending it
So that is a bit of a yikes there on the Acorns front. We also have $12.50 going to Visa Great Rate Secure loan. What is that?
What is it?
Here.
Oh, that's dental insurance.
Insurance.
Yeah.
I'm okay if it's insurance. It says loan.
I don't know.
All right. And something that I did not get a statement for, but all of a sudden like to pop his little head out for $534 is Ally. Car loan. Car loan.
Yeah.
$530. We'll get to that. $34. So all of a sudden, this money really starts to go away. And yeah, and then you took an additional $508 out of regular savings. Now, again, if we have some slow months and we have in the savings like a specified savings meant for the slow month, I'm okay with that, where you're taking it out. But what makes me nervous is I don't know if that's how it looks. We'll figure that out. We'll get to that in a second. So,
Okay.
that's your checking account. You have a few $1,000s sitting in there.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have a few $1,000s sitting in there, you clearly didn't at that point when you had to withdraw like 1,500
Right.
from different sources, correct? Mm-hmm. How much is in your Acorns right now?
I think I withdrew it all. There might be 100 or so in there still.
How much is in that savings account?
In the Acorns?
No, in the savings account that you took.
Oh, I took
Already.
that. That was the $508 from the savings.
That's all that was in there? Mm-hmm. Okay. So where do we have money? Do we have any money anywhere?
I mean, I have some cash and
How much in cash?
600.
Okay.
And then and then I have investments in other places.
Investments in other places. Okay, well, I want to hear about that. Before we do that, guess what? $80,000 a year is actually a significant amount of money. Fun fact about money that you make, taxes are owed. Have you saved any money for taxes? Because we are entering tax season as we speak. What do you do when, have you paid taxes these last few years?
Yeah, I have.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you claimed all the money that you made?
I claimed the money I made.
Okay.
I think I got help from a friend one year who did it, who gave me money
Gave you money to do
pay
it?
my taxes. Yeah.
A friend gave you money, but it was a gift, right? You don't owe it back.
I don't know it back. No.
How much was that?
I mean, I think it was like a few hundred, maybe like.
Is this like a third-party platform that you're using that you're getting payments through? This online thing. Is it your website or is it like a?
There's different platforms. Like sometimes I'll use like Cash App, like, and I'll just have people for the coaching, like go one on, through that.
I
or
highly doubt you're claiming that money.
I don't
Okay.
think I don't do my tax. I have someone else do my taxes.
You do have someone else do it, a
Yeah.
CPA.
Yeah.
You pay someone to do your taxes.
No, I trade. We like trade.
Trade? Trade what?
Like, I coach and then they.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, but are they like good at it?
Yeah.
It would be worth someone in your position bringing home $80,000 a year, sitting down with the CPA this tax season. I just don't want you to get in trouble with in the future. If you get audited, which is actually quite rare, but it could happen. Yeah, look at that shocked face. Absolutely, that could happen. You could get audited. Again, probably not, but it would be really bad. It would be really irresponsible on the side of the table to say you will not get audited. If it does, and things have just been a little funky these last few years, then guess what? Bad news. And they could be like, you owe this now. Uh-oh, I can't pay this. Okay, you might go on a payment plan. Uh-oh, I'm not doing this. Garnish wages, stuff like that. And you don't even have like official wages, so I don't even know how it works in the contracting world. And then in the worst of the worst, jail. But, that's worst of the worst. So there's a lot of ways. You just don't want to mess around with the IRS. And guess what? You have absolutely $0 right now saved up to pay these taxes on $80,000 a year coming soon. You'd probably want like at least, I don't know, just to be safe, $20,000 saved up on the side, just to be safe.
For like just
Potential taxes.
for taxes?
Yes, and that's why I don't think you are claiming everything you get, girl. I think the Cash App and stuff, we're not doing that. Whatever platform, I think the only platform you might be claiming is Square because they'll send you an end of year tax statement. Other than that, I think everything else you're just like, this is my money. I'm going to go spend it. I'm going to go into debt, and I'm not going to pay taxes. No?
I just haven't thought about it like this.
Am I scaring you?
The 20,000, I was thinking that you were meaning just, that would be for taxes and for, just a general savings.
Yes, you want an additional $20,000 as general savings, so you probably want $40,000.
What?
Yes. Every single from now on, and this is like the most basic thing anyone with a business should do. Any time, like personal business, like you are the business, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So anytime you get $1, put 30 cents aside in a savings account. That's your taxes. Just do that. Hopefully it's not that much. It's probably going to be closer to like 25% for you. But just do that. Just set aside 30%. Okay? Yeah. Your taxes, so no income tax here. It'll probably be closer to 25. But you need to set money aside. You're going to get into a bad situation where the IRS comes to knock on your door.
I don't know how to not to touch the safe. Like I thought about getting a safety deposit box so that way it's like away from me.
You can have a couple different kind of savings because yes. Now, okay. So why can't you? Why do you always touch the money?
I feel like something always happens.
Well, that's why we have an emergency fund. If there's an emergency and you don't have the money to pay for it, you take it from there. But you don't want to take tax money. This is why we haven't even talked about an emergency fund, but that would be the extra $20,000. But you never touch it unless you have to. But what always happens? What are you doing in your life that you're always getting into some kind of pickle? Because usually recognizing that, you're able to then counteract that in life, But if you're just always getting into it, then clearly something's wrong. Can you give us any examples? Well, what's happening?
Well, I think when I started making more money, I wasn't used to making that much money. And so I went from before, like always, just barely getting by. And then when I had money start coming in and on top of that, when I got my first credit card, it was like, oh, now I have this money and now I don't even need to spend this money. I can spend this credit card money. And then it was like, it just felt really good. And so it was, and then wanting to live in a mindset of abundance. So it's like, I want to buy.
Why? Why live in a mindset of abundance?
Because it feels good.
Oh, because it feels good. I'm glad we're doing things that feel good instead of just smart. Okay. That makes sense. So as a spiritual coach and like helping people through things, do you know that mindset is complete and has put you in a bad position? The mindset that you just explained, not your whole spiritual thing, but the mindset of abundance, and it feels good to spend money. Bullshit. It's hurting you. Do you agree?
Well, I think now, like in retrospect, I can see where there were things, now after being in this more financial tight spot, which I haven't experienced in the last 2.5 years, because of the increasing debt and because of having a slowdown month, whereas usually I had more money because I had was paying less on my credit cards. I had more money, and then I, was running out, and then I started to, I went through everything and I actually canceled so much stuff, like subscriptions. And I was just realizing, I didn't think I could do that. I thought after it was like ego deflating to be like, I guess I don't need to go to see the most expensive hairstylist, or I don't need to go get a blowout, or, all these things that felt really good.
Your lifestyle just inflated with that money, but it overinflated. And now you're in a position where you're financially to be very clear, but we're going to hopefully find ways out of it. But the taxes, that's all we've talked about so far. And we haven't even gotten into the credit card debt. We haven't even gotten into the car debt. We haven't even gotten into you not having an emergency fund, being able to survive. So far, not so good. Credit card debt.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's always hard to just get into because this is so bad, and I don't want to hurt you, but this is. So on here, this is something that pisses me off more than almost anything in the world. We have a previous balance of $1,846. $299 of payments. Cool. We are making progress. Yay. Progress is happening. Fantastic. But guess what? We're doing $343.67 of purchases. We're purchasing more than was even paid on when we're already basically at the credit limit of $2,000. And while that's all happening, $41.59 of interest is being charged. Why are you purchasing $4,000 in your checking account, bringing in $6,500 a month? Why are you purchasing on a card that is already almost maxed out?
I kind of been doing this dance with like credit cards where I don't want to spend the money that I have. Like, I feel like it makes more sense to, like, if I'm going out to eat or whatever, you know, buying something from Amazon if I need, you know, like a household need, then I would rather do it from the credit card, pay off the credit card so I have more money.
What pay off the credit card? You're not paying off the credit card. You spent more than you paid off, and you're losing an additional $41.59 in interest. You're losing that because you're doing that. Do you know that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, the interest sucks.
The interest sucks. It absolutely does. It is time to find a new dance partner instead of these credit cards. That's terrible. You spend the money when you have the money. If you don't have the money, you don't spend the money. It's okay. Don't make fun of the laugh. People have made fun of the laugh. It's the normal coping mechanism when someone is confronting you, so it is okay. You don't have to bash her on the laugh. Sorry. I just wanted people to know that because they do. So you have the debt. Mm-hmm. And we're doing Amazon purchases. We're getting some dong food of some kind, and Amazon and donuts, or that's dong. This dong thing keeps popping up. I thought it said donuts. And Amazon and Casa, Honest Mary's, dong, Amazon, Honest Mary's, dong, Honest Mary's. Dong and Honest Mary's are just like a couple. It's just made for each other. We're just going there. Why? Why are you having all this fun when you have no money? Why are you just like, I don't care. F my life. I'm just going to go spend money. Why are we doing that?
With spending money on Honest Mary's, I figure it's cheaper than going and buying groceries. Like That's really
not how
does.
Math works. No, it's not. It depends where you go. I see a lot of Whole Foods in the other statements. Yes, maybe if you go to the most expensive place and get the most expensive thing, yes. If you go to H-E-B and just get some $1 noodles, that is not even close to being able to be justified.
I can't.
Do you cook?
I do. Like, I used to meal prep, but when I was doing it, I just was buying like such in bulk, and then all the time it took to start to do that. And I figured, I'd rather be working more and then not having to spend as much time cooking.
Maybe. It can be justified if you can mathematically justify it. I can oftentimes mathematically justify me, picking up a takeout or something because I know that to spend the time of cooking and prepping and all that stuff, I know I'll be making more money than it spends. I don't know if you are, though, is the thing. Those Honest Marys were stacking up, and no, you can't afford it. Obviously, it's objectively clear that you can't afford it if you're not paying it off, in total, and interest is occurring. So no, that makes no sense. You're gonna have to cook some ramen or hot dogs to tell you out of this. We'll get to that. This is the negative part of the video. This is the negative part of the video where I hopefully am demonstrating to you just how terrible this situation is, because the vast majority of people who come in here, they don't know how bad it is until they are here and I show them. So we have another credit card, $2,648 with only $53 paid. Why only $53? At the time of this statement. You might have done more at a certain point, but at the time of this statement, $2,648. Good news, no purchases. No interest either. This is interest-free currently.
Yeah. That was a balance transfer card.
Right. Okay. Yep, that makes sense with no interest. But we're back to one with interest. This is the Capital One Venture card with a new balance of $4,845. Dude, you've racked up just so much. And 36 cents. And that has a minimum payment of $48 a month, and the interest that is being charged, no interest. So this was a transfer again, or you recently opened it?
I don't think that was the intention of that one. I recently opened it.
Okay, well, recently opened it. We got it to $4,845 of previous balance. We paid $848. That's exciting. Guess what? We immediately purchased the $848 back. What's the point again with the credit limit being $5,000? You're basically there. Your credit must suck. Your credit score must suck butts. Right? I mean, you're completely maxed out credit limits.
Yeah. My credit's okay.
What's okay?
Or it's fair. I think it's fair right now.
Oh, well, let's take a look at it. But what are you doing? What are we doing? When we're in debt and we're just struggling to survive. Casa de Lucas, honey. Oh, there's Honest Mary. She's back. Tiny's Milk and Cookies love the place. Most Hearts Coffee. Evolve something wellness. Casa de Lucas is back again for more with flavor, power, and look who's back. Honest Mary's and Evolve Cairo again. We're just spending money on bull when we don't have the money to do it. Thoughts? Give me something here. I need to know that you're at least taking this in, or else what's the point?
Yeah, I see a lot of this spending. It's like, it feels like, I mean, it's hard not to spend.
This is going to be offensive. I have to be offensive. The spiritual advice and all that stuff on the other side, I don't understand exactly what you're saying. We can talk about that, but I don't know what's said in there. Are you in a place where you should be giving that kind of advice to people if you can't even stop yourself from something as basic as spending?
Well, I don't give people financial advice.
I know, not financial advice, but life advice. If you can't even take control of your own misbehavior, should you be giving advice to other people?
Well, I think maybe not financial, but
life advice. You're not taking control of your life. And finances, whether we like it or not, is a huge part of our life. But this is a part of your life. And you cannot control your spending. You just admitted so. So should you, in fact, be giving advice to other people if you cannot control an aspect of your life that is clearly wrong?
I'm definitely willing to shift it.
Your spending? Good. Why haven't you, though?
Well, I have in the sense the last month in December, I had to cut back on things.
You didn't cut back on anything. We just went through all this. It's like 50 Honest Marys. What are you cutting back? There's no cut back.
I cut back on things that you're not seeing now.
Oh, dude, no. This has to stop, and that's why these are all maxed out. This Capital One, what did we do here? Some mastermind.com for $47 and Hive Labs, dolls kill, dolls kill, and Honest Mary's, Michael Stores and Trader Joe's is fine, but
Trader Joe's is fine.
Honest Mary's, well, it's not fine this on a credit card because you're spending money on a card that's pretty much maxed out. That makes no sense. You should be doing it in your checking account. But either way, at least it was a grocery store and not Honest Mary's for the 53rd time. So, what does real cutting back look like? No Honest Mary's. You know you can't afford to go out, right? You know you can't afford to buy any designer clothes. You know you cannot afford to go to anything but great clubs. You know you cannot afford to go out to eat at all, right? To be very clear, not a single time.
I'm speechless.
Do you know you cannot afford that, though?
I get I feel like it saves me so much time, though, so I can work on my business.
Work on your How many hours a day are you working?
It depends. And now I'm doing more things now.
Give me average.
An average?
How many days, or hours a day are you working?
5.
Then you don't have time. That's stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry, I'm digging into you, but that's dumb. That's dumb, and you need to know that's dumb. That's why I'm being rough. 5 hours a day? Oh, poor me. I'm working 5 hours a day and I can't cook. What do you mean it saves you time? Are you taking out from Honest Mary's every day? Or do you go and eat there?
I take it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's a thing. But 5 hours a day working, you can, congratulations, cook. You can. There are 19 more hours. Oh, no, there's 18 more hours. Take away 8 of them to sleep. 10 more hours. We can't make a bowl of mac and cheese in 10 hours? Put chicken in the oven in 10 hours? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Are you understanding this? Or are you going to try to justify it? You got to give me something here. I'm just talking to a wall.
Well, because I like to eat very healthy. That's part of my spiritual life is eating, very healthy and
Then buy
organic.
some romaine fucking lettuce from H-E-B. I don't care. Sorry, continue. I interrupted.
It costs more to eat healthy.
Yes.
Even if at like the grocery store, like
But
it
not
really
as
does.
much as you are spending. You don't have to get the top of the line organic crap to be healthy. Just don't eat Panda Express every day like I do.
I think it would take just some open-mindedness or seeing what else is possible for shopping. How to save and
Do
shop.
we need to go on a shopping trip? We might need to go on a shopping trip.
Oh my god.
Let me know if you guys need a bonus episode of us going on a shopping trip. Guess what? On that last one, that Capital One card, $1,136 of interest. That is money you lost this last year. Last year, over $1,000 gone from your life. 1.5% of your income gone. Because you're just carrying an almost maxed out balance on there. You have $14,457 of basically maxed out credit cards.
Yeah. I didn't know that about the interest, like over a year.
Then I am very glad you're here today, so you at least know that. Hopefully that is a wake-up call.
Yeah.
And once the interest rates start on those other things, dude, you're just digging yourself into a hole that is almost impossible to get out of sometimes. You're clearly spending all of your money on just on the cards. You don't have to be doing that, and we'll do a grocery shop. Do you have Credit Karma on your phone?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, and Experian.
Open up Credit Karma. Let's see.
Okay.
It's not fair. Credit score is not fair.
Maybe it went down.
Yeah, you know why? Because you have maxed out credit cards. 593 credit score.
What is that? Is that
Bad is what it is.
bad?
Yes. It's not good. It dropped down from 595, so there's your drop, your major drop. You were at 579 for a second, so you went up. Let's see. Oh, okay. So a year ago, we were at like 607. Okay. And yes, it's because your credit card use across the board is 89%. Oh, 1 second. Capital One. We already have that one. Capital One. Okay. Discover. What is the Sinclair thing? Did we look at that?
That was a loan type of account, but they closed on me because of my current credits.
Well, you owe still.
I owe on that.
$61 of 130. I don't know why you did this.
I don't know that either.
Well, guess what? That's on there. Credit age is bad. No derogatory marks. Good. Thank you. Always make your payments. Earn credits. Okay, whatever. Total accounts. So what I wanted to see in here is that our girl Ally Financial. There she is. With only 6% paid off, we have a $30,000 car loan. Actually, we can round down $29,000. And what was that payment again? That is $534.13. Yikes a month. When your minimum payments on all these things, it's going to be like a third of your income. And then you have a stupid expensive rent. You have no money left, essentially. I mean, you do, but we'll talk about it. Let's see. Hey, you reached the milestone. It's very exciting because you made 4 payments. What's the interest rate on this car? I can't see on here. When did you get this car?
In the summer, 4 months ago. So.
4 months ago. Okay. What's the car?
What kind of car is it?
Yeah, what's the car?
It's a Toyota RAV.
Year?
For 2020.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And the reason I bought that car is because I had a Toyota
72 months, 6 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
My car got stolen.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had a Toyota Camry and I had 2 payments left and then it got stolen. And
Does insurance not cover that?
they did. They paid for that car and then I took that money and I put So some of the money that I had set aside, I took some of that and added it to my down payment on this car.
Oh, perfect. How much was your down payment?
16,000.
Okay. Interest rate. Do you know how to log into that account where you pay on Ally?
I'd have to go through the website. I could do.
Mm-hmm. You know how to do that?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that. We need to know that interest rate. Where'd you get it from?
Capital Motors.
Is it like souped up in any way?
It's
What? LE, XLE, XLE Premium, Adventure? What is it?
I think it's the XLE Premium.
I think you put down $15,000.
Over that, yeah.
Yeah, I think you immediately lost $15,000.
What do you mean?
It's worth about $30,000.
Hmm.
Your loan is about $30,000. You lost $15,000 immediately.
Because the loan that increased how much it was.
Because they probably overpriced it, and they, a lot of things that happened at the car dealership, they probably effed you on it a bit.
Hmm.
You probably didn't, let me guess, you didn't do any checks on the price? What is this car actually worth?
I believe I did look it up, and at that excuse me, at that time, it was during, I don't know if it was a car thing, but if there's a car crisis going on.
Car crisis.
There was every car was being sold like crazy.
I haven't heard of the car crisis, but yes, cars were super marked up because of where cars have gone since then, and it was a used car. You lost $15,000. Sorry.
It's a 2019.
19, so okay. So you're probably a little underwater on it, I bet. Interest rate?
I don't know.
Can I see? 7.5% interest.
I thought about refinancing.
Interest rates are going up and your credit's absolutely disgusting. What are you going to refinance? Sorry, I'm trying not to be mean. This is just my reaction to the death of money, which is where we are currently at right now. Well, if someone is going to have car debt, your monthly payment, no, that's not your take-home, though. That's not your take-home. That's your pre-tax. So this is well above what would be recommended. I mean, I don't recommend, no one would recommend any car debt, but if you're going to have car debt, you're going to be, based on your take-home, well above probably 8% of take-home. And then the interest rate is absolutely disgusting. Interest rate plus depreciation already lost $15,000. Probably already lost more money because it's a 2019, not a 2020. So, no, this is bad. This is bad. Okay. So let's think about solutions then. We've had a lot of negative. Let's think solutions. And then I'm curious if you'll actually do them and give me your honest opinion. Let's build you a nice old budget, shall we? What is your rent again? One more time.
2,100.
2,100. Utilities on top of it, most likely. A couple $100.
180.
Okay.
That's all the things.
200.
Okay.
You're probably paying health insurance for yourself.
I am.
How much?
I mean, it's $30 a month.
This is nothing health insurance?
Yeah.
Okay. And you had pet insurance as well?
It was dental.
Oh, I saw Lemonade. Lemonade's for your rent.
Oh, my rental is all you said.
So it's all that combined. That's probably an extra 50, right?
For what?
Yeah, probably an extra 50.
Okay.
Then you have a car payment of $534.13. How much do you have to drive?
How much do I have to drive?
Have to drive. Not, I want to go to this place and do this thing. How much do you have to drive on a monthly basis?
In the sense of how much am
how
I
often do you
spending
have to
on
drive?
gas or
How often do you have to drive?
once a day?
Once a day? How far?
Not very far.
What do you think you spend on gas in a month then?
150.
150 on gas. This is getting tight. Then we have minimum monthly payments on the cards. Let us see. Minimum monthly Capital One, 167, sorry. 167 owed on the Capital One on a monthly basis. Then we have on the Venture, 48. Then we have on the Discover, 52. Then minimum monthly payment on the Chase. Your credit card's minimum monthly payment, $327. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Car insurance?
It's 2 payments of $75 a month.
Why do you do it that way? It helps it make it more stomachable for people. Let's see where we're at right now, because those are the required payments before things just absolutely go to shit, essentially. Those are the things you have to do, required on a monthly basis. Mm-hmm. Again, we're at $2,000 for rent. We're at $200 for utilities. We are at $30 for health insurance. For other insurances, we're at $50. Then we're at $524 for your car payment, $150 for gas, $327 for credit card payments, $150 for car insurance. So far in our budget, we are required to spend $3,551 just for things to not completely fall apart. Now, if we're looking at an average month of $6,500, we have $3,000 left. That is great. Some months are going to be less, some months are going to be more. Mm-hmm. But that is our average month, and I am just taking your word on that, and I hope that is correct. Okay. You are going to put in your budget $500 a month on groceries. And you're going to go to H-E-B or Kroger. Things like that. And you can buy in bulk at Costco. We're not doing Whole Foods anymore. We're not doing Trader Joe's anymore. We're going to the regular cheap grocery stores, even a Walmart. I do not care. $500 a month, not a penny more. All of a sudden, we have $2,500 a month on average left. That's incredible. Now, what I recommend in this case, not official financial advice, only what I would do were I in her shoes. What I would personally do, we have a month where we make $7,500, so $1,000 more than the usual, $6,500. That extra $1,000, I would just keep in the checking account. Then pretend we're only working with $6,500. That extra $2,500 that you have left over in your budget, $2,500, boom, that goes to the $1,932 nearly maxed out credit card. That is gone. $2,000. Then $500 of that, the other $500 goes to the $2,648 card. Then that one's only about $2,000 owed on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're saying to increase the overall income and then use that money to save?
Increase in income would be fantastic. But I'm saying of your average $6,500 a month, after your budget is concluded, including your food, you have about $2,500. Okay?
Okay, and then using that.
All $2,500 goes to your $1,932 credit card. Well, you have $500 left over after that point, right? Does that make sense? That goes to your $2,648 credit card. Then you pretty much have only $2,000 owed on that. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. Then the next month happens. But, this month we only made $5,500. Well, good thing on the month where you made $7,500, you put an extra $1,000 just left in your checking. Okay. So now we can still pretend like we have $6,500. And we can go through the budget. Boom, we have $2,500 left. $2,000 goes to the now $2,000 credit card. That is paid off. And $500 can go to the $4,845 credit card. And then we repeat this on a monthly basis. You are not having a single ounce of fun. You don't get to go get any kind of clothes because your closet is probably completely full. You don't need to have any fancy haircut. Do the cheapest way possible. You are not going out to eat a single freaking time. It doesn't exist. It does not exist in your life. Only $500 of groceries. And then after about 6 months of no joy in your life, 6 months because you've just gotten yourself into such a disgusting mess. You're just laying in a sewer every night when you go to bed. That is how bad this is. After 6 months, we have no more credit cards. No more credit card debt. Incredible. Is that fantastic, right?
Wow.
That's only 6 months. That's 6 months of you going just insane, though. Insane. Most people can't do that. Most people don't realize how bad the situation is. I having been in a position relatively similar, I understand how terrible this is and how it's just going to weigh you down for the rest of your life. So this is what I would actually do because I now know how terrible this is. So after 6 months, boom, then you have that. But bad news, we have $30,000 owed on a car. What I would do in this situation, this is because the interest rates are just so high on those credit cards, and they're also just, less money overall. They're easy to pay off. I would then, for the next 4 months, continue that aggressiveness. So now we're looking at, 6 plus 4 months, $10,000 saved up in cash that you're never touching. Okay?
$10,000.
$10,000 is saved up in cash. Good with that so far?
Yeah.
Cool. You're not going to be good with this next part. You're going to sell your car.
What?
You're going to sell your car because you're in a mess. You're in a mess. We need a restart. We just need a restart. Or you could continue this balls to the wall for another full year. Would you rather sell the car or go crazy for a year and a half total?
Well, then I'd have to buy a new car.
That's why you have $10,000 saved up on the side. Now, with that $10,000, you might be $1,000 in the hole on this car to pay it off, so maybe you have $9,000 after that. But you buy a $9,000 car, and you're going to go to all used places, and those places are probably going to try to jib you, so you don't think about it because you're buying it in cash, you're not financing. You're probably going to go on like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. You're going to take the car, you are going to spend an hour, and the seller is going to agree to this, or you're not even going to have a conversation with them. You are going to take the car to a trusted mechanic. You're going to build that relationship. And then this trusted mechanic that you have, they will give you the thumbs up or thumbs down on if this is a good purchase for the price and for, the value of what you're actually buying. Then you have yourself a $9,000 paid for car. Woo! Congratulations, you're out of debt. And all that took was, where were we at? 10 months. Or you can aggressively pay this off and you don't get to have fun for a year and a half. What's better, 9 months or a year and a half? I choose 9 months because then you can save up and get a nicer car eventually, but you don't have to go crazy to get it. What are your thoughts so far? Unfortunately, it's not over, but you probably have to go crazy for another 4 months out of this whole situation to give yourself any kind of starter emergency fund. In that case, you have at least $10,000. So, but that's at the end of either situation that you choose. What do you think?
Another 4 months on the end of either of those to give me an emergency fund?
Yeah, because not having an emergency fund is an emergency, so you need to go crazy to get it. What you could do during this entire time, just ramp up your business or work side hustles. You work 5 hours a day. Come on, give me a break. Figure something out that brings in more money. You have a car, drive some Uber Eats. I don't give a crap. Bring in more money, and this cuts this down.
Yeah.
But I am for real. You have to actually commit to it of not going out to eat. We are not going to festivals or vacations or crap. We're not getting clothes. You have to go hard. If you just half-ass this thing, you're going to stretch it out to decades. And this is going to hold you back, and you'll never be in a place of financial success. Because guess what? We haven't even talked about the world of investing yet, and you're not even allowed to think about that until you're out of these terrible debts. Your thoughts?
So no investing.
I know.
Pay down the debt first.
The interest rates far outweigh the potential returns you can get in your investments.
Selling my car, that seems crazy.
You could work like crazy for a year and a half.
For another, yeah.
This just comes down to basic math. It's as simple as that. I'm not putting your emotions into this because at this point it doesn't matter. Math wins.
Yeah. I mean, the goal, I think, is increasing the income.
That'll help, but you can't have fun either. Okay. Increasing income just to have more fun. No, that doesn't work. You want to cut down the time you're not having fun by increasing the income.
Cut down all fun.
Yeah. It's a temporary sacrifice. You'll be 28 when you can get back to all that stuff, or 29, depending what path you go down. And then you get to live a fantastic life, a controlled life this time where you're not going into credit card debt and spending all your money every time you get a cent and touching your savings. But that's, again, we're far off from that. One thing that's critical in this, you need to get a budgeting app of any kind, or keep a spreadsheet, or use cash in envelopes, and we can talk about that afterwards if you have questions on that. But you need to, these items that we talked about in your budget need to be strict. You do not spend a single cent over what we talked about, so that you're actually able to put the money necessary towards the debts we talked about. It's not fun. It's not fun, but it's the consequences of the actions that you have done. And it is the dark tunnel before the incredible rest of the decades of your life, where you get a nice, new, paid-for car at some point. You get to live in a nice apartment or house because you don't have to worry about all these minimum payments that are just eating you up. You get to invest a good proportion of your income, and congratulations, at some point you get to actually retire and not have to worry about freaking working. But this path right now, that's never even a possibility in the future if you continue down this path and don't address the root cause now. Root cause, your spending's bull. And you clearly don't understand the debt and credit cards, and hopefully I've demonstrated that.
Yeah, like it's really important for me to pay this off. Yeah.
What are you actually going to do? Real world, you know yourself, what are you going to do?
Well, I know I'm actually going to work to increase my income outside of my the business that I'm already running. I can definitely do that. I have time to do that. I also have like a willingness to do that, to increase the income. And I feel like I'm willing to limit my eating out.
Why? If you know how bad this is, why not actually do what's necessary?
I feel like if I'm in a pinch, and I need, like, if I'm working more and I fill my schedule.
Your pinch. Meal prep. Meal prep, and there'll never be a pinch. Continue. Well, you talked about raising your income.
Yes.
Bad news. That is not the issue here. You have a fantastic income, $80,000 a year. Great. You're spending. You're not willing to cut back is the problem. You're addressing the wrong issue. You're not getting to the core cause of this problem. Well, I'll tell you. Well, actually, before that, tell me about your investments. Where do you have in what? How much?
I have investments in Robinhood.
How much?
Right now, over $2,500.
Can I see it? What?
Oh, now it's down. 1,900.
Well, yeah, the markets are down. 1,900. Okay. Where are we in? I want to see your position specifically. Fun fact. Congratulations. Sell all of this right now. Pay off that top credit card. Yes. It doesn't matter. The returns you're going to get on that's not even close to the 1,000,000,000% interest rate you have on this credit card. The math doesn't work. Sell, pay. Sell, pay. You yourself in the past. Take accountability. Pay it off.
Really?
Yep. Yes.
That makes me nervous because it's down. Should I wait? I'm thinking,
It doesn't matter at this point. That's not that much money. That is not going to make or break your retirement. If it was something massive, we'd think about it. But that can pay off a card today and get this snowball rolling and get rid of these minimum monthly payments quicker. This cuts your monthly thing by one.
Right.
Just by doing that. Do it.
What about the taxes that come out of it?
You're down. You'll be able to tax loss harvest. You'll be able to claim some of the losses that you've had on that. Oh. Yeah. Well, let's see. You open this? I'm assuming, knowing the market over the past year and a half, I'm just assuming it's been down for a while. On the gains you've gained overall within the last, you've gained $90. You'll pay 15% on $90. The taxes should not be a part of this conversation.
No.
Yeah, you'll pay it, but that's not a make or break for this.
It's not to pay the taxes on that.
On $90.
No.
You're going to pay $12 in taxes.
To pay down a credit card, which I'll save the
lot
interest
of money
on.
Yeah, this one you're losing $41.99 in interest on a monthly basis. It's not even comparable. What other investments do you have?
Bitcoin.
How much?
Well, I invested over 3,000, but right now it's down
2?
to,
Hey, we've recently had a bounce.
yeah, it started to go up, which is good.
Yeah, what's it at?
1,888.
Cool. Sell it.
What?
Put it towards the next car. Yep.
This could go up.
It could.
It's over
And I will
3,000 I
It
invested.
could. I'll tell you what 100% will happen no matter what. These credit cards will keep killing you. Doesn't matter. Get back into that bullshit if you want to in the future. Right now, you are taking care of your past sins. You f***ed up. Take care of it. Be an adult.
Because I also have another account on here, $440.
Yep. Okay. Take it out. Take out all this money unless it's in like a Roth IRA or tax advantage deferred account. This makes no sense right now. You don't need this. Dude, I am so about investing you have no idea. But the interest rate on these credit cards do not mathematically justify being in that, especially in a risky asset. The way your account is balanced into Bitcoin, you're like 50-50. It makes no sense. Sell it out all into this. And you're almost halfway done. You're almost halfway done with your credit cards at that point. Well, you're almost 2 cards done, but the other cards are just higher balances. Okay? Will you do that? Will you be an adult? Will you act like you're 27 years old and not 13?
I'm willing to sell Robinhood.
What the?
And I'm willing to sell the 440.
Why not Bitcoin?
Because it's going to go back up.
No, you don't know that.
I do.
You do not know that. Nobody
That's
knows
where
that.
faith comes in.
Okay, well, you're gambling. Like, I do have money in Bitcoin, and I hope it goes up. I do not know anything. You do not know anything. One thing I know for a fact, these credit cards are killing you. Okay, so here's what I think is actually going to happen. This is what I think. I'm going to be a little rude for a second, then I'll give you the final word. But this is what I think is actually going to happen. I think you're not going to cut back on food. You might do it for like a week because you have a fire lit under your butt, and then you'll see this video. You're like, okay, cool. So you'll cut back a little, and then you'll just continue going hard. You'll pay off $400 on a credit card, and then you'll spend $450. These will continue to be maxed out. Your car, you're not going to sell it. You're not going to get rid of your crypto and stuff like that. This is continue to build. You're never going to be able to get to a place of wealth within the next 10 years as this goes out. Just for example, one credit card, if you just do the minimum monthly payments, 9 years on the $1,932 balance, with everything you'll pay a total of $4,561, and that's not even if you purchase any more stuff. So I think you're going to continue into a dark hole of not doing this unless you actually take responsibility and do the sacrifices necessarily. Unfortunately, that is where I think we will be, and that makes me incredibly sad. And I hope and pray that I am beyond wrong. You can have the final word.
I have a question. What about there's different types of companies that settle out the loans and give a single payment where they close out that credit card.
You're talking about consolidating.
Consolidation, yeah.
Well, consolidating right now, you might be able to get an interest rate, your credit score, you might be able to get something like 15%. That doesn't make a difference. It could. What matters most right now, I'm good with consolidation if we have a ton of credit cards and the balances are high and the interest rates are high. 2 of these credit cards are not even accruing interest right now. And the smallest one that is accruing interest right now is $2,000. You can take care of that in a month. You can take care of that selling that crap, So really we're at a point where I don't think it's a step that's necessary in here. You're just going to go crazy and take care of this instead of trying to take shortcuts.
So don't take that's a shortcut. Don't do that.
It can work in some context. I don't think it's gonna be you're gonna feel like you did something when you did that, and then you're gonna take your foot off the gas.
Doing this plan that you've laid out, like I'm gonna feel like
if you consolidate, you're gonna feel like you've done something. Like,
oh,
ooh, cool, I've accomplished, or we don't need to go crazy anymore. No, go crazy. Take care of this.
To really get it, like to really get the pile up and just how deep this is.
Any final thoughts?
I mean, is there anything else suggested? I don't know.
There will be a lot of different conversations to be done when it comes to getting an emergency funding, investing and stuff, but you're well beyond that right now.
This is the first thing.
First thing. For Rachel, unfortunately, I'm not very optimistic, but I just hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm completely wrong. These really bad credit card debts, a terrible car debt, no student loans, as far as we talked about. No student loans, right? She's right next to me. No student loans. Cool. The rent's pretty high for her. A lot of these things, the minimum monthly payments, everything's bad, and the business is inconsistent. We're not budgeting. No emergency fund, no savings. We've drained things, and our portfolio for investing is pretty much all crypto. Hammer financial score, 2 out of 10. Make sure to check out all the fun things in the description, including my Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.